Hello there. If you want to know how to do this look, blue and pink look, then keep on watching. I'm going to use Smashbox Photo Finish Power Water to prime my face, and I'm not doing any foundation. I'm just going to do cream contour and concealer. So for cream contour, I'm going to take this like Colormates color stick thing that I had just laying around, and it totally looks like a lipstick, but it's not. Yeah. And I'm just going to contour it where you would normally do it, like kind of cheeks, forehead, nose a little bit. In forehead. I don't know if I already said that, but oh well. And then I'm going to take the Peripera ink multi and I'm just going to apply it where the cream contour is because that's one of the intended uses and I haven't really used it for that. The other one is cream eyeshadow, which I have used it for. Then I'm going to take this flat angled brush and blend it out as best as I can to my ability. I know it looks kind of muddy now, but that always happens to me at least. And then once I go into like powders, concealer, and all that, it doesn't look as bad than like other things. And I just kind of extra blend it with a knockoff beauty blender and me dancing, so that's cool. And then I'm gonna take my favorite concealer, the Peripera ink concealer, which is my favorite again, and just gonna put it where the concealer, where you normally put concealer. And you're probably like, that's way too light for you. But then but to me, I say when you blend it out, it doesn't look that bad. Because like I used it on my friends who have lighter skin tones, darker skin tones, and it looks really good. And I love it. Personally, it's my favorite. And then I'm gonna take the other colors powder in the color beige, and I'm already hitting pan, so yeah. But it's my favorite powder, and I'm just setting it. I don't bake normally because I don't do that anymore. So yeah, I just put like extra layers on where I put concealer, so it sets it all in. Even on my cream contour too, because it sets that really well too, and my faces. So it's cool. I'm gonna do brows. And get back to eyes. So I'm gonna prime with the concealer and just put that on my eyes, and I have a brush in my hand. And that's what I'm going to kind of blend it out with. My voice is really raspy. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. And blend it out with my finger too. And I'll take a Too Faced Chocolate Chip palette, the little one, and I'm going to take the shade White Chocolate, I think that's if I'm not mistaken, and set the concealer. And I'll take the Too Faced Chocolate Glow palette, and yeah, it's been through a lot. But I'm going to take Cocoa Truffle and So Bougie, those two matte shades. And I'm going to put it as kind of my transition shade, kind of, to kind of prepare for the pinks, I guess. I don't know. And just blend that with a Wet n Wild brush, because I actually know where that brush is from. And then I'll take this Wet n Wild palette, the Poster Child one. I'm going to take those two pink shades, and you're like, that's not showing up at all. But if you build it up, these shadows are very buildable, and if you like keep working with it, it'll show up and it'll look really nice. Do some on the other eye. My voice is super raspy. And then I'll take the next Beige Go Dropout palette and take those two shades. They're like brighter pinks. I think those are pressed pigments. That's what I said when I got the palette. And just put that where the first pinks were in the crease. And I just thought of this look and I saw like a unicorn thing. I was like, That's how I kind of came up with this. And I'm going to take that purple shade, those two purple shades, and put it on the inner and outer corner of my eye to prepare for like the blue part of this look, because I don't know. But I think it looks really nice. And if you blend it well enough. Yeah. And then I'll go back in with those pink shades and just blend everything out. And I'm going to take the concealer and not cut my crease, but I'm just going to kind of put it where I put the blue in the middle of the lid, which kind of like a halo eye, what you would do. Just kind of do that. I don't really know how to explain it, but I'm using like this little Wet n Wild eyeliner brush. And also, I don't really want to make it too harsh. That's why I'm trying to kind of quote-unquote blend it. And I'm going to take this Amuse palette and take that bright blue shade and spray with Mario Badescu spray. Because shadows show way pigmented that way, way more pigmented. And then put it where I put the concealer. And this blue, I love this blue. It's one of my favorite blue eyeshadows. I have a few, but it's my favorite. I'm going to take the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to take that shade, and it's called Pool Party, if I'm not mistaken. But no, I'll check later. Yeah. And then just to blend everything out with that pink. And then go in with the purples again to blend it with the blue. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on the lower lash line as I did on my lids. Like with going with the pink and then with the purple. And then I'm going to go in with the concealer again and try to do that. I know it looks kind of weird, but then you like blend it and you put the blue over it and it looks absolutely fine. And I didn't get me in frame. But yeah, I just put the two blues over it again, and then I should keep blending those shades. Mainly the purple shade, or shade, should I say. So what it looks like. And then I'm going to take this Halo highlighter by AOA Studio. And that's what it looks like. It's really cool, like marbled. And highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. This highlight, it's a cheap highlight, but it's not like those horrible ones. I'm going to take the Wet n Wild gel liner and with this Beige Cosmetics, Beige Cosmetics little detail brush and do liner. At the moment, I need to get a felt tip liner, but I don't know. I just haven't got one yet. And I cut the part out when I was doing this where I messed up on the liner, so you have to see that. Then I see the Cara 505 lashes. They're cheap, but they're really good. And they're more like wispy, I don't know, and more like kind of spidery-ish. I was gonna use thicker lashes, but I was like, no. And then I'm gonna go with NYX Musical Dropout palette again and take that bronzer shade and that contour shade and take my flat contour brush and just contour away, or at least try blend it a lot. I'm gonna take the Too Faced blush and I think Love Hangover. I think that's what it's called. But it's a really nice blush and it's the only blush I own. Well, not really, but it's the only blush I use. And just apply it. And I'll take the Mario Badescu spray and just spritz my face. And then I show it on camera. And then I'm gonna take the shimmer strips by Physician Formula and highlight with that. It's one of my favorite highlighters to use, and it's a good drugstore option if you're on a budget. And I'm gonna take this random lip liner. I don't know where it's from, but it's like a bright pink. I don't know how to explain it. Lip liner. It's by Beauty Benefits. I think that's what it's by. And I'm gonna take the Riverdale liquid lipstick in Blossom Pride, which is one of my favorites, and just apply that. And I already applied this to the top lip as well. And then you are done. You put setting spray or whatever you do. You can change it up a bit if you want to. I don't really care. But yeah, that is the finished look with the eye, the whole face. all that jazz. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and bye.
Cause I've been thinking about forever, and I swear it's just you and me. It might take us forever, but I don't mind cause it's meant to be. Or are you scared of the thought of falling, like raindrops in stormy weather? Well, I can hold you close to me through it all, yeah, we can be